the end of the whole and the end of the division, the end of all the curses. And their conclusion is written. And the joy of the Lord of Egypt in their iniquities. The way I told you, you will no longer add to its insight. And you will be sold there to your enemies as slaves. What is this? A slave named Shmoy and servants without a buyer. No one to trade with you, not even to check on you. Afterward, as open-minded and comforting people. And the Holy One, blessed be He, is ready to do for Israel at the end of the day. The Holy One, blessed be He, will act for Israel in the latter days. For what is written in praise of my beloved Egypt in union. Security assurance on the Palestine processor and the group's newspaper and death in Egypt on the day of Kerman, that it is a security to return and make Palestine signs in Israel. As the Holy One did during the exodus from Egypt in the early days. And He will return our miracles to Egypt. In poverty and reading the tradition, we will soon see how much knowledge you have said, as it was said to gather the donkeys of Egypt. The idea is wonderful. Come read between the lines. And what is written in the hardships? Responsible He is, as it is said. Here the interpretation is, as you said, the demand in the hardships. You are discussing the exchange of Aleph with Ayin still. It is in poverty. And the intention is to restore you at the end of days from the exile in poverty. What is this in poverty? One of the signs that the Messiah is coming, the great thing, but it will change from the precious pocket to the lowly pocket. As the sages said, the Son of David will not come until it changes from the pocket. So for you, God will bring you back from the exile in poverty. When it reaches a state of poverty, here is the promise that God will bring you back. Yeah, but there is another simple explanation on duration of iniquities. And this too is like the melody and the leading of their iniquity. Various things, all kinds of alma down on him in Israel on Spinan de Yama. So this is just a human saying. All the people of the world, all the people of the world, coming to Israel by sea, plains and others. And they will be considered national threats. They think about eliminating them from the world. And joy from the humble. But all of it is ringing out to the sea. Everyone turned out fine. Don't throw seeds. Soak them in water. Just like the wise ones said on the day of the sages. Like the way it was done at the beginning of time. And the Talmud and Hittites arrived and there is a hymn. Great joy and pride. Your great one will turn you back from the defenses of all the miseries. He will come to you with miseries but always speak with your miseries. And so the exile is small. This is Elijah the prophet saying it. And another official will come from the country. Excellent, thank God. I did the work of God and what is written. In the way I told you. And He will bring you back in the way I told you that you will not see there. At the beginning, from the day the world was created, God revealed His power that He showed in the world. And now they appeared. And there is no favorable time like that except through the way. Except the same way they came out of Egypt and saw the wonders of the teachers. And this is what will be said, just as you were with Egypt in that way, on the side of Israel and Egypt. And He will do the same for you. Come, and I brought you out of Egypt, and there will not be wonders even if you rise. Opinion afterwards from everything you covered, they gathered to tremble Israel, says Yaron Avin Rabbi Shimon, because after that from all the other sides of the world. The nations gathered against Israel, all against Israel from all sides of the world. And the people of Israel consider this their time of destruction. Who has a chance? The people of Israel think that in this time they will be annihilated. Who can stand against us? In the meantime, they are sold to hate us. They dictate opinions. That's what they think. That's what's written. And you sold there, but look what's written. You were silenced there and here, and you were sold. It is not written, it is not written, you were sold. What is written and blood will be spilled. They will try to sell you, but do not be fooled. And you shall be sold to him. This is understood to mean that Israel will be sold as slaves and maidservants. However, the meaning of VTM, KHRTM is different. And you can't know this between me. In your hearts you think you are sold, but in my brother's heart I cannot eat. Opinion and no connection. The interpretation is that no brother can rule over me. There is no one who can rule over you to buy it. No deal, no give and take, nothing, just your father's beauty. No one can bring back the bread in business. I'm just saying this for you. And therefore there is no buyer. And I am taking you out. Because even in some swampy land, no one can take you out. I'm not leaving here either. I'm taking you out. And every opinion is sealed, Yaron says and tells Avishifon. Do you know when this prediction is for? He said it over 2,000 years ago when Rabbi Shimon was alive. At the end of the day, it will all be in the latter days, and hanging completely in its beauty. How many restrictions do you feel and how many less? It all depends on the answer. And all the ends, and until then all the end is sealed, you see. And everything you don't touch just gets worse. Merciful God. There hasn't been a generation where the blood of Israel was shed like this, with a state and with a government and everything. It's hard to hear. Just yesterday, 3 people were killed with 17 wounded, some seriously. You don't have a shekel to live if you hear rumors. Yes, God have mercy. Yeah, can't you see it's over? Today they say unpublished thereafter the war. At least another 7 months. And who has the strength to seek about another 7 minutes? Why are you telling me 7 months? Where is the north? Where is it? There's nothing. What are you talking about? Enter lightly. Unidentified. Sometimes it is intercepted. Sometimes you don't intercept it. You know where it is here, in some place. Isn't it that it jittered? Do you know what intelligence it is transmitting? Do you know what it's doing? And not to mention all the suggestions from inside that are here in Bat-Hefer, here, there, you understand. What are you talking about? Fighting inside, fighting outside, you don't know where it ends. No one will take you out of this. Only the Creator knows. How can the suffering be easier? Answer. Dictation comments written at the end of the chapter, so that you agree with everything you do. Just know. A mandate to look at oneself, and you come to the mirror. Whoever has a heart will look and know to return to his Creator. The question then arises, how do you make an effort? Great Hosan Juma. It is written in the prayer every day. Return us, our Father, to your good, and bring us closer to your service and repentance. Without returning us, our Father, to your Torah, there's no chance of repentance before us. Whoever does not attend Torah lessons lives in the illusion that he is returning in repentance. There is no way for a person to behave correctly and not right if he does not come to the next class.